Have you ever wondered how the life of a grizzly bear begins? It's a journey that starts in the harsh winter months, in the heart of a den. In the midst of a biting frost, while the world outside is blanketed in snow, a miracle unfolds in the seclusion of a grizzly bear's den. The birth of a grizzly bear cub is an event marked by vulnerability and beauty. As cold winds howl outside, a new life sparks into existence, cradled in the warmth of its mother's fur. While the mother bear is in hibernation, an incredible transformation takes place. She gives birth, usually to twins, in a state of semi-sleep. The cubs, remarkably small, weighing less than a pound, are born blind and hairless, their bodies frail and underdeveloped. This is a far cry from the mighty grizzly bears we see roaming the wilderness in their prime. These newborn cubs are not yet the formidable creatures they will grow to become. They are completely dependent on their mother for warmth, nourishment and protection. Their first few weeks of life are spent huddled against her, drinking her rich milk, which enables them to gain strength and grow quickly. Their initial blindness is a hurdle they must overcome. For the first few weeks, they navigate their world in darkness, relying heavily on their sense of touch and smell. Despite their vulnerability, these tiny beings are resilient, their spirits imbued with the raw power of nature itself. By the time spring arrives, these cubs are ready to venture out of the den, their eyes open to the world for the first time. It's a moment of revelation and wonder as they learn the ways of the wild. Their mother, their guide and protector, leads them into a world filled with both splendor and danger. Born blind and helpless, these cubs have a long way to go before they become the mighty grizzlies we know. Their journey has just begun, and it promises to be an epic saga of growth, survival, and the indomitable spirit of the wild grizzly bear. After the cubs open their eyes, they face a world full of challenges and lessons to be learnt. Indeed, the cub years of a grizzly bear are a time of exploration, discovery and growth. This period is fundamental to their development and survival in the wild. Imagine being a grizzly cub. Your first steps are shaky, but with each passing day, you gain strength and confidence. Under the watchful and nurturing gaze of your mother, you take your first tentative steps, stumbling, falling, but always getting back up. You quickly learn that perseverance is key to survival. Playtime is not all about fun and games, it's a critical time for learning and honing skills. The cubs engage in playful wrestling, mimicking the adult bear's confrontations. These playful bouts help them build strength and agility, teaching them valuable lessons about dominance and submission. Foraging for food is a vital skill that the cubs must master. Their mother, an experienced forager, becomes their role model. She guides them to the best berry patches, shows them how to dig for roots and insects, and teaches them to catch fish from the rushing rivers. One of the first survival skills grizzly cubs learn is tree climbing. This is their primary defense mechanism against predators, providing a safe haven from any imminent danger. They ascend with an agility that belies their bulky physique, their sharp claws providing an excellent grip on the bark. Sibling interactions play an essential role in their development. They learn from each other, practice their skills, and establish their place within the family unit. These relationships can be both competitive and cooperative, shaping their social behavior and interactions in their later years. The cub years are a time of growth and learning, a crucial period that will shape their future survival. These lessons, learnt in the shadow of their mother, form the foundation of their lives, equipping them for the challenges they will face as they grow into formidable, majestic grizzly bears. As the cubs grow, they enter a stage of youthful exploration and independence, a time of trials and tribulations. This is the point in their lives when the grizzly's world expands, no longer confined to the protective watch of their mother. They begin to explore larger territories, their curiosity piqued by the vast wilderness that stretches out before them. Every scent, every sound, every shadow is a new experience, a new adventure waiting to be had. It's also a time of learning and honing their skills. Hunting, once a spectator sport, now becomes a hands-on lesson. They fumble and stumble, their attempts more comical than successful in the beginning. But nature is a harsh teacher, and failure is not an option. Each missed opportunity is a lesson learned, each successful hunter step towards self-sufficiency. Yet this newfound independence does not come without its perils. The wilderness is a battleground where only the fittest survive. The adolescent grizzlies are no longer under the protective umbrella of their mother, and this makes them vulnerable to the threats that lurk in the shadows. Predators, including adult grizzlies, are a constant danger as they navigate this perilous landscape. Territorial disputes are common during this time. A patch of berry bushes, a prime fishing spot, a safe place to rest. These are commodities worth fighting for in the wilderness. The adolescent grizzlies, still not at their full strength, often find themselves on the losing end of these confrontations. Despite the risks, these challenges are necessary for their growth. Each encounter, each battle, each narrow escape molds them, shapes them into the formidable creatures they are destined to become. They learn the art of survival, the delicate balance between strength and caution, aggression and retreat. The adolescent years are a test of survival, a time when they must prove their strength and prowess. This is the crucible that forges them into the majestic and powerful grizzly bears we know and respect. It's a time of transformation, of shedding the cloak of childhood and stepping into the world of adulthood with all its challenges and rewards. Having survived the trials of youth, a grizzly bear enters the prime of its life, a time of dominance and power. As an apex predator, the adult grizzly bear is a crucial part of the ecosystem. It is during this stage that the bear reaches its full size, with males often weighing between 400 to 700 pounds and females between 250 to 400 pounds. This formidable size, coupled with their strength and agility, make them an unstoppable force in the wild. Their diet primarily consists of plants, berries and fish. However, when the opportunity presents itself, grizzlies will hunt larger prey like elk or moose. Their hunting techniques are a sight to behold. They rely on their keen senses of smell and hearing, along with their impressive speed, to stalk and ambush their quarry. Once they've closed in, their powerful jaws and sharp claws make short work of the prey. When it comes to mating, grizzly bears exhibit a behaviour known as serial monogamy. They will remain with a single partner for an entire mating season, which typically runs from May to July. After the season ends, they part ways and may choose different partners in subsequent years. Social interactions among adult grizzly bears are typically dictated by a hierarchy of dominance. Males are generally solitary creatures, but will tolerate each other's presence during the mating season or when there's an abundance of food. Females, on the other hand, may form associations with other females, particularly if they have cubs of similar ages. However, conflicts can and do arise, often over food or mates. When this happens, grizzlies will engage in fierce battles, using their size and strength to assert dominance. These encounters, although brutal, are rarely fatal, serving instead as a testament to the grizzly's resilience and power. At the peak of their strength, adult grizzly bears command respect and awe in the wild. Their presence is a testament to the raw, untamed power of nature, a reminder that despite our advancements, we are still very much a part of the natural world. Yet, even the mighty grizzly bear faces challenges that threaten its survival. A harsh reality of existence in the wild is the constant struggle for survival, and the grizzly bear is no exception. Habitat loss, a looming threat, is stripping away the forests and rivers that these majestic beasts call home. As we continue to encroach upon their territories, we are leaving them with shrinking spaces to roam, hunt and thrive. Climate change too is a formidable adversary. As temperatures rise and ecosystems shift, the grizzly bear's food sources are dwindling, forcing them to travel further and work harder for sustenance. Then there's the impact of human activities. From conflict with hunters to accidental encounters with hikers, these interactions often end in tragedy for the grizzly. Each of these challenges, individually daunting, collectively pose a significant threat to the grizzly bear's survival. The grizzly bear, despite its strength, is vulnerable and in need of our help. So, how can we ensure the survival of these magnificent creatures for generations to come? It starts with us, my friends. We can contribute to the preservation of these majestic grizzly bears in many ways. Firstly, habitat preservation is crucial. Forests are their homes, their playgrounds, their hunting grounds. By supporting organizations that protect these natural spaces, we can give grizzlies a fighting chance. Secondly, responsible tourism is key. When we venture into their territory, we must respect their habitat. Leave no trace behind, maintain a safe distance, and never feed them. Lastly, combating climate change is essential. The warming planet is melting away their food sources and altering their habitats. By reducing our carbon footprint, we can help slow this process down. The survival of the grizzly bear is in our hands. Let's act now, for the future of these magnificent creatures depends on us. To stay informed and learn more about the fascinating and diverse world of wild animals, subscribe to our channel.